Big Hog Dynasty versus BB Guns. Ready? Fight!
All right. You ready, Foo?
Yeah.
Any words before we get into the interview?
How does this shit work?
All right, we're here with the defending champ going into the fantasy football season. We got a new format, cleaning off the belt. All right, champ. So there's been a lot of drama going into this season. You know, there's a lot of shit talk that has been exchanged before and during the draft process. How do you feel about all of the criticisms, to put it lightly, that you have received going into this year?
Honestly, I don't think it's gonna faze me because you know it's around my shoulder and not everybody else's. I must be doing something right.
Talking about the year, like, what are your feelings coming into the year as far as like your confidence levels and whatnot? Now that the draft is over and week 1 is ahead of us now.
Fucking nervous.
Well, what is so nerve-wracking about going into the week 1? Is there anything in specific that you're worried about?
It's not nerve-wracking. It's just, you know, trying to stay at the level that I am.
Right.
It's hard.
Right.
It's hard to be a 3-peat champ, you know?
So as far as your confidence, where's your confidence at right now? Against Gabe specifically.
Gabe got a good squad. Like he said in your podcast, after that first year he was hooked.
Mm-hmm.
I think that now that he's hooked, I think he looks too much into it. A lot of the stats and his favorite players, and it might mess up that way.
Like, well, if you could grade, Gabe's team, as far as like letters go, what would you grade his team?
A B as in BB Guns.
I like it. As a little insider scoop, as far as the shit talking go, I heard Gabe use the words trash or weak when describing your team. Well, in response, how would you feel about those comments he made about your draft and your team going into the year?
Hey, when you're the champ, everyone hates you. You're always going to have that bullseye on your back.
Is there anybody in particular that you're worried about as far as challenge goes and skill wise? Is there anybody you're worried about going into the season?
It's always a good time when I go against you, your dad, Gabe. And those are like the best games because you're like sitting on the edge of your couch like, oh shit, come on, guys. You better give me a fucking touchdown,
Right.
It's the bragging rights, it's the shit talking that gets me hyped up about it.
All right, now last but not least, and then we'll wrap this up. Give me your best promo on Gabe right now.
Hey Gabe. Hey BB Guns. You know why they call you BB Guns? Because you got a small wee or something. But this week 1 matchup is not gonna be a walk in the park. It's going to be like going through Jurassic Park. I'm coming. And I'm ready to defend this belt this year because it's staying here for me.
All right. Well, you heard it here first from the champ himself, the defending champ. Good luck going into the season. And
thank you.
Bench all your starters when you play against that Homey the Clown guy.
I'll try not to.
Welcome to our first ever versus in fantasy football.
Fantasy football, baby.
Yes, sir. So you and Anthony were picked for the first matchup of the week because he's defending champ. He was already interviewed, and yeah.
He's conceited, I'm sure.
He was very aggressive towards you, Gabe.
With his whack squad.
He had the belt on and everything.
I don't know what he's all hyped for. I mean, maybe he's amped up because he's gonna lose with that sorry squad.
All right, so you're starting Josh Allen against Pittsburgh, so that's definitely a potential for a shootout. And he's got Stafford against Chicago. So what are your thoughts on those?
You know what? I was teetering with Allen against Pittsburgh defense and my backup quarterback Tannehill against Arizona. Because the Pittsburgh defense, they were like number 3 fewest passing yards per game last season. So I'm like, oh man, I don't know who to start.
But it
But I
also
mean-
has a potential for a shootout where it's going to be a close game and they're going to have to throw the ball. You know?
Yeah.
So, and then him
And-
starting Stafford against Chicago, if the Rams start to smoke Chicago, it'll turn into a run game. I'm going to be a
But-
little biased on your side because he was talking a lot of shit about you. So he says
We'll see.
he says you've been wearing that belt butt ass naked around the house.
I'm glad we get a new belt every year.
No, you get a new ring. The belt goes to the
Ah.
same person. Yeah.
We're gonna have to Clorox that bastard.
Dip it in gasoline. And then you got your wide receivers. You got Metcalf, Brown, and he's got Godwin and Thielen. Now, I don't know if I thought I heard Godwin had an injury or something, or he just came off from an injury. I'm not sure.
He was injured last season, yeah.
And then what about Brown? He's questionable in your game. Is he going?
Yeah, I got a notification saying, oh no, actually, I got a notification for Ayuk. I'm not sure.
So on here it says AJ Brown knee did not practice, reported to be just rest.
Yeah, it says it looks like he's gonna be ready for the game one. But I mean, okay, I'm kind of biased here because I'm a Bucks fan. I do think Godwin is gonna tear it up this year, and I think Evans is gonna be the one that has a down year. And but Thielen, come on, bro.
Hey,
Like
Thielen
the-
was a beast until Jet came, and he had some injuries, but definitely a beast in his own right.
I mean, Brown and Metcalf versus Godwin and Thielen. That's a no-brainer. I'll take my two over those two any day. Even though I do want Godwin to tear it up for my real life team, and I think he is. I don't think the combination of those two could even touch our jock straps, dude.
And then your running backs, he's got Eckler and Edwards-Helaire against your Henry and Robinson. So I kind of feel like even though they have Eckler at 19 points, just very close to what Henry's going to do, I kind of think Eckler's going to have an off year this year.
Yeah, I agree with that one too. And he's questionable too.
Yep.
And they're going against that Washington defensive line who they got Montez Sweat and Nick or what's the name? Nick Young? Yeah.
Nick Young's from the Lakers.
Or Chris Young? Or what's the or Chase Young? Chase Young. Chase Young.
They all
That's-
young. And then tight ends. I think that one's going to be kind of close too. You got Logan Thomas against Hawkinson. Hawkinson's 50-50, but he downgraded in quarterback for sure.
Hold on, let me say something. Let me say something about Henry. I think he's gonna win the rushing title again, man.
Think
I
so?
think- Yeah, and I think the fact that they upped their passing game with Julio Jones is gonna open up the running game a little bit more.
And even if they did stack the box, that dude's too hard to bring down.
Yeah, dude.
He's a big body, man.
He's a beast. But yeah, as far as tight end, I don't know. The tight ends was a position I didn't really care for this
Yeah.
draft. It was kind of just whatever they
Well,
recommend.
the hard thing with tight ends is there's really only 3 big tight ends in the league. It's
Yeah.
Kelsey, Waller, and Kittle. And
Yeah.
then maybe homeboy from the Atlanta, the Rook, but Pitts, but we don't know.
Yeah,
So tight end is a tough one. And then
Yeah.
in flex, he's going wide receiver and you're going running back.
Atlanta's been pretty sorry, so I like him against Atlanta. Even though I wouldn't mind putting, I'm teetering with putting Ayuk in the flex too, dude. I'm still not 100% set with my you know how it is the week
Yeah.
you get in your own mind and it's like, well, they're projecting this, but if you went based on projections all year long, then I mean it's wrong a lot of the time, you know.
100%. So one thing I just noticed on here is he's hoping Eckler has a big game, but if Eckler has a big game, then that spells pretty bad for his defense that he started.
Oh yeah, true story.
So it's one or the other. If Washington shuts him down and Washington has a big game, then Eckler's points go down. So, but like you just said, he could definitely change that out and switch it last minute. Who knows with him? So since we went through the lineups, have you considered any trades yet?
No, you know what? Like I said, I'm pretty happy with my squad, dude. I feel like I'm 4 deep at wide receiver and running back, and then I got two solid ass quarterbacks, different bye weeks. I feel like I'm pretty set.
I can neither confirm or deny, but there has been trade talks already.
Well, I can't wait to veto him.
You are favored to win by 55%, 141.92 to 134.95. But the great thing about football is you never know.
Any given Sunday, baby.
Is there anybody in this season or in this league that you are worried about facing? Any team?
Nope.
Nope.
Not a single team.
You're confident against every team.
I honestly believe that I have the best squad. No matter what my C+ draft rating from Yahoo Sports says.
Oh yeah, that shit was all over the place, man.
I'm pretty sure Rene got an A draft grade too last year, but guess what? He didn't even make the playoffs. Yeah, dude, like I feel 100% confident in my squad.
Yeah, it's pretty solid, dude. I just like you said, the last minute changes, you never know. I think Anthony might change his last minute with his defense, but he doesn't even have a backup defense to put in there, so maybe he switches out Eckler for someone, but I don't know if he has anybody that's a legit option to swap out.
I don't know. I think it's for this game, it's gonna be I think Stafford's gonna have to be the key for him, because I predict Stafford having a monster year with the Rams, dude. I always liked him. He was always a really good quarterback, and I had him in fantasy a couple years ago, and he's always torn it up, dude.
Yeah, he's one of those guys you felt bad for being on Detroit.
Yeah, so I'm kind of nervous about Stafford. Other than that, I think I should get the victory handsomely.
So these videos are real small. Anthony was only 5 minutes. We're already 9 minutes in, but Exo will probably edit out some of the beginning. So the floor is yours. What do you want to say to your opponent, Big Hog Dynasty, before you guys go to war this week?
Big Hog Dynasty, more like Tinky Winky Dynasty. You guys are going down. This is the. I'm just glad that I'm gonna be the first one to push you off the hill, and watch you go down the rest of the seain, homie.
I love it. I love it. So it's Fantasy Wednesday. So this will be edited and put up today, to go up tonight, and then we'll record every Tuesday, post Wednesdays for fantasy football. You might be on again for another matchup of the week. Maybe when you're facing yours truly, or maybe if you face your godson, and you two could have a little trash talking.
I just expect to be on here because my team's gonna go undefeated. I'm pretty sure.
You're expected to be on a lot of the podcasts, dude. Oh man, I've watched it 4 times and I laugh every time like it's somebody else's podcast.
I can't wait for Lily to watch it.
Oh, me neither. So that's it for recording. Don't log off because we'll chat afterwards. But
right.
That's it for Stuck in the Elevator Fantasy Edition Wednesday. Have a good week.